Hello dear viewers, you're watching ERi-TV English news broadcast with me Bersa Betagle. These are the major headlines for today. Discussion on strengthening organizational capacity conducted in Ansaba region. Training on computer technology in the central region. British Prime Minister resigns after 44 days in office. And Australia committed to military cooperation with Indonesia. On your local news, the National Association of Eritrean War Disabled Veterans branch in Ansaba region organized meetings with war disabled veterans in all subzones of the region from 4 to 15 October, focusing on strengthening organization as well as developing their capacity. At the meetings, Mr. Shimawella Weldegergis, chairman of the branch association, called on non-members of war disabled veterans to join the association and become beneficiaries of economic, materials and health as well as loan benefits from the association, indicating that old age, chronic diseases and economic problems are the main challenges of war disabled veterans. Mr. Shimawella said that the association has been extending material and financial support to identify disadvantaged members. Regarding medical support to war disabled veterans, Mr. Shimawella also said that the association covers 70% of medical expenses inside the country and 50% in abroad. Mr. Tesfatian Girmay, Director General of Social Service in Ansaba region, on his part called on the association to identify the main problems of war disabled veterans and extend support with a view to improve their livelihoods. The head of rehabilitation and reintegration at the National Association of Eritrean War Disabled Veterans, Mr. Abraham Kifletian, said that so far the association has disbursed over 16 million NAFA loan to members in remote areas across the country. The National Association of Eritrean War Disabled Veterans branch in Ansaba region comprises 2,218 members. Proceeding with your reports, as part of the effort to develop the capacity of human resources, the Central Region Administration provided 2 months' training to 30 members on computer technology. Mr. Tedros Tehle, Director General of Statistics and Cartography Information, said that the training included maintenance of information technology equipments as well as database administration. Speaking at the closing event of the training, Mr. Fasaye Haile, Governor of Central Region, called on the trainees to apply the training they were provided in providing efficient service to their institution and to the public. The representatives of the trainees on his part indicating that the training will have significant contribution in further upgrading their knowledge, expressed readiness to live up to the expectations of their institution and the public. At the event, certificates were handed over to the trainees as well as certificates of appreciation to the trainers. On your last local report, the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare branch in Shu'aib subzone extended school material to 50 disadvantaged students from 5 administrations in the subzone, indicating that the beneficiaries were identified by the administrative areas in the subzone. Mr. Jabra Idris, head of the branch office, said that the objective of the support was to enable the students follow their education undeterred by lack of school materials. Mr. Jabra also called on the students to concentrate on their education and become competitive students, and parents to conduct regular follow-up on the performance of their children. The parents, on their part, commending for the support extended to their children, expressed readiness to conduct regular follow-up on school performances of their children. The viewers, coming up will be international news after the short break. Welcome back. Liz Truss said today that she was resigning as Prime Minister, brought down by her economic program that sent shockwaves through the markets and divided her Conservative Party just 6 weeks after she was appointed. A leadership election will be completed within the next week. Speaking outside the door of her number 10 Downing Street office, Truss accepted that she could not deliver the promises she made and she was running for Conservative leader, having lost the faith of her party. Truss claims that she has met the chairman of the 1922 committee, Sir Graham Brady, with whom they've agreed that there will be a leadership election to be completed within next week, and that this will ensure that they remain on a path to deliver the fiscal plans and maintain the country's economic stability and national security. On today's last report, Australia says it will continue to provide military training, conduct joint exercises and export weapons to Indonesia, despite increased violence and allegations of human rights abuses in West Papua, in the far east of the archipelago, where conflict has been rumbling for decades. The Australian Department of Defence confirmed in a statement that Anthony Albanese's government, which was elected in May, would continue to supply arms to Indonesian forces and provide them with military training. Despite some rocky patches, Australia has had a long-standing military relationship with Indonesia, including joint training and weapon supply. Such initiatives have been credited with reducing the threat from hardline groups, but Indonesian forces remain under scrutiny over allegations of serious human rights abuses in West Papua, where indigenous people have been fighting for independence for 50 years. You're still watching us on ERi-TV, dear viewers, and now recap of today's major headlines. Discussion on strengthening organizational capacity conducted in Ansaba region. Training on computer technology in the Central region. British Prime Minister resigns after 44 days in office. And Australia committed to military cooperation with Indonesia. Dear viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching and have a good one.